today is my favorite day of all the days in the shop. Today is the day. It's Fab Day. It's time to take something that Aaron has drawn, designed, take it from concept to real life. We're doing the headache rack on the 6500 project. This headache rack is a lot more than a headache rack. I'm gonna let Aaron tell you about the design on it.
The truck's huge. The truck's super long. So whenever we're trying to come up with something to put behind the cab, a regular headache rack, if we would just put it on the back of the bed, would have looked tiny with this much truck bed behind it. So what we ended up doing is drawing a very robust, large plate structure that will make up the headache rack, protect the back window, and also act as a gusset and storage. The gusset is for the winch, obviously, which is going to go up in the center, and then the storage is for chains and binders. We're going to have that storage up top, as well as our buyer's boxes, which are going to be under the bed boxes. Our biggest thing with this is proportions. I mean, that's just it. You won't want a truck bed looking massive and the headache rack looking super small. So proportions and storage, which brings me to my next thing. On top of all this other stuff, we also did a roof rack. What we're going to end up building is a 2-inch DOM tubular roof rack that we put a ton of weight on, that will also hold a KC Pro 6 light bar, as well as some other LED lights to shine off to the side and also illuminate the bed.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. You see these sheets of metal? We're about to turn it into a headache rack. It's gonna go from just a flat sheet of metal to a full headache rack in about 24, 48 hours-ish. But this is why I love my job. I love showing you guys this. I love the work, so I hope you love watching. Let's get after it. Can't wait to see this headache rack done. Is it done enough to just show us, man?
Here, show you the design, basically. Here you go.
Here, show me. Show me.
Come here. I gotta put in a couple more little chingaderas. I gotta put some more tube in the roof rack, but there's the general design. The winch is going here. It's gonna have a chain box here. There's the back window area. Here's the side pillars. Here it all is in its glory. Third brake light, you just see through the little hole right there. Look at that.
There's no brake light.
I understand. So I didn't get files from GM, so this is a rough cab drawing. See it?
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Look at the wheel well. Hold on.
GM wishes they made the wheel well like that.
Look at that thing.
No engine?
There's nothing in there. Look at that.
That's the electric version.
Chingon. But here we are.
Alright guys, so we're just getting ready to cut the wheel wells on this napite bed. We're using a couple things to help get everything centered, because the last thing that we're going to want is a wheel well that looks like it's off center. It's going to look ugly. So we're using this weight, some string. You're going right in the middle, just level it out right in the center, get eye level with it, make sure everything is golden. And it's kind of what we came up with. We're going to do a little hexagon kind of deal, and it's going to look nice and pretty. So let's get to it. Alright, so we just got the wheel wells cut out, everything's looking clean. We're just going to reinforce it a little bit, kind of clean it up so it's not just such a harsh edge right here. Cut these plates to fit right up in here to give it some texture, give it some strength. So after we get this thing all done, you know, it's going to look pretty faff. That's what we're going for.
Guess 6 inches.
6 inches?
Kadim's girlfriend did a video. She's like big on TikTok.
Is that 6 inches?
Like,
Oh, the real 6 inches. 5 inches is the new 6.
I've never heard that before.
You want me to guess? Guess 6?
Yep, 6 inches.
That's a good way.
See?
Yeah,
Six and a
pretty
quarter.
he's pretty tall.
What are you talking
I didn't
about?
say that
Really?
was
6?
5? It was at
5 and a half.
6 and a quarter.
Alright, so we're getting started on the headache rack for the crawl hauler. We're on the first process. We're on the first step of the whole entire process. We've got a lot of metal to cut out. We started out with just a plain sheet. Got all the files put to a DXF, and we cut them out. As you can see, they're not the cleanest. It's got some drouse on it. We're gonna clean these up, get every piece to the puzzle that we need, and clean it up. Get it ready to bend, get it ready to weld, get it ready to put all together to throw up on the truck.
Part of the process of hiring here at Jackknife Motors is I got to make sure everybody's on the same quantum level as Sam. they need to have a quantum entanglement, quantum physics. Albert Einstein said quantum physics was what? Spooky action at a distance is what he said. So like, I have quantum entanglements with some people that are bad or good. And when you have a bad quantum entanglement, like I do with our editor, Davis, fucks up your vibe, man. It really does. So I don't want you to have a f***ed up vibe.
You have to pass the vibe check.
Vibe checks, bro.
Vibe
Quantum physics is real.
So who we vibe checking?
Whoever we got coming through this joint.
All right, so we got all the welds done, welded all these open corners all the way through. Next we're gonna blend them, make it look nice, pretty, cool. After that, we're gonna take this and set it on the truck, get the test fit. From there, paint it and then install it.
Sam has been welding out all these open corners here. He's pretty much done. We're at a point now where we have to add a tube in here, add a gusset plate on the fairlead, finish a few more welds, and then it's time to start sanding and blending. All these welds get blended off and radiused with a DA sander, give it a nice finished look. So everything's gonna look like it was one piece essentially. And yeah, after we get that part done, then we'll go install it on the truck. Sam's doing great. I think he's doing awesome. Good job, man.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, except for, look at Sam's eye.
It's not so great.
I don't know what he's doing outside of here or whatever his extracurricular activities is, but obviously he sucks at it.
Hey, it was a happy accident that wasn't so happy. It was a painful
That
accident.
doesn't look like an accident. It looks like either somebody did that to him intentionally or he did it to himself. That might have been an accident. You did it to yourself.
Might have to just find out what really happened.
Keep your material inside so you don't have to do sketchy lathe things. I'm gonna get my ass chewed by everybody at home. Chew my ass in the comments. Can't be any worse than the beating that Sam took to his face.
All right, bro. Someone to give Aaron a black eye. Lifted it up with the crane and we're gonna give it a test fit. Throwing it on here, get it in place, kind of see how everything lines up. Then we're gonna tack it down while Aaron figures out the headache rack tube part of it. It's gonna go over the cab. It's gonna be interesting.
want to go towards you. There you go. Come on down. All right, well, Sam got that headache rack all blended out. We just set it down and got it moved around kind of where we want it. What we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna end up tacking it in place and then bending up some tube for the roof rack that's gonna attach to the headache rack. After that's done, we're gonna pull the headache rack and the roof rack together off of the truck and then send it off to powder coat.
It's a pretty big powder coat job.
It is a pretty big powder coat job. So we're gonna have to go to somebody with a decent size oven, and what we'll end up doing is we'll end up having pretty much the whole thing powder coated up to about an inch around the headache rack, so we can actually just final weld this onto the bed, and then at that point we will have it Linexed, the whole entire bed Linexed, and even that inch onto the headache rack to cover up where the powder coat didn't cover. So all the cracks and crevices will get powder coat sealed in them. We won't have any rust issues, so it'll be durable. What do you think?
I think it's a big piece of metal to powder coat. All right, the headache's on the truck and it is looking sweet. We still have the roof rack portion that we're working on, but this truck's moving along nicely. It should be done in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But we got a little surprise. The whole reason why we're building this truck is to haul around a special piece of equipment, and I thought it was time to break the ice and show you the piece of equipment that we're going to be hauling around on this thing. Come with me. So these are the fat trucks. We just became a dealer for these things. It's a company out of Canada. You've probably heard of the Sherp from like Germany or that area, but this is the fat truck. Canadian company, like I said, and these things are awesome. Literally, you cannot get them stuck, so this should be exciting.
Is this thing on? Yo, hey, listen up. Like and subscribe. I'll do a backflip if you do. I'll do multiple backflips if you like and subscribe. But you gotta do it. You haven't done it yet. Haven't done it yet.
He's offering a backflip.
Alright, they did it. They subscribed.
No, I mean, I hope. Did they?
I told you. I just ate.
And fail.
Was that his head?
I just landed straight on my face.
Was that his head?
Ow.
Well, there you go. Thanks for liking and subscribing.
He comes over here and tries to bust out the old backflip in the shop, straight to his face.
Did it for the YouTube. Did it for the subscribe. You gotta hit that button. You have to.